rest of the card's name is Cyber Dragon Notchstone.
Right.
What up, YouTube? YGO Waddles back at it again with another deck profile featuring. Holy shit! What the fuck's been up, MJ?
What's up, brother? How are you?
What are you playing today? You playing the Progs?
Yeah, I got the frogs right here.
You got the Progs? Got the Progs on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Day playmat?
I got the
All
PH frogs.
We both got top 8 today. That is like probably the first time that has ever happened. So show me what got you through top 8 today.
So right over here, top 8. Was it 4-1 profile? I got
IGNISTERS.
Yep.
No Progs this week.
No frog this week. Disclaimer: it will be back. Okay, me and him are working on something. I'm in the lab working on it, but it will be back.
Promise you guys.
Yeah.
We will have a frog list hopefully soon.
Yep. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
But for now, I want to try my hand at combo, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm kind of on a roll a little bit. Didn't go first place this time or undefeated, but hey, top 8 is still something.
Yeah, you should check out his profile on his channel too. I'll link that down to the description down below. He got first at his local event, so
Yeah.
let's see what you did here.
Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the monsters, right?
Alrighty,
There's some variants with this deck, so I'll show you a little couple things I've done different.
for sure.
With the starters, you're gonna start off with red.
Of course.
I call them Skittles because they're all different colors, right? So this guy, the searcher for your monster, is your Rhoda. All right, pretty simple. You have your yellow. Picari, yellow, Pikachu, whatever you want to call it. Search your spell or traps, which we only run the spell, so there's no traps at the moment. Okay, for the one-ups, we got Doyon, purple. He brings back a monster from your grave, and when he gets sent to the grave, you can bring back a AI spell. So he gives you a lot of advantage and recurs you a lot of follow-up for the next turn.
Interesting. Okay.
And there's a little interaction with him and AI contact, which, spoiler, that card is insane. I'm going to show it to you later. It helps you recycle that sucker like crazy. Green, Baruru, is your Foolish Burial. He sends your Dan Mari to grave, which is this guy.
This is the new one, right?
I think, yeah, they're one of the more newer ones. He's your Omni Negate, essentially. Your Scarlight Archfiend from grave. You banish him
Oh wow.
and negate any card on the field.
Damn, that's pretty good.
So you kind of rely on them to not remember that this is engraved, and then you just,
Right.
you know what I mean? Next one is blue. He's your extender. He can special one from hand if you have an IGNISTER card on the field, and he searches you the Gachiri. You can tribute a monster and search Gachiri, which is, I love this card. I don't know why people play Doshin, which is the level 1 Earth, because Doshin doesn't have any synergy. He doesn't do
Right.
anything. This one literally makes your access code unaffected until your opponent's next end of their turn.
So yeah, it's life for 2 turns, pretty much unaffected by monster
Exactly.
attacks.
So if you
Damn.
can't end on arrival, you end on access code with this guy, which makes him like a ticking time bomb for when your turn comes in. You're gonna blow him out of the water.
Right.
And I've had games today, 2 games today actually, where I stacked access code on top of arrival, which made him 83 with 2 attacks
Oh my god.
with Gachiri. So he
Oh
was
my god.
unaffected, 2 attacks, 8300, and I killed him, blew him out next turn.
That's insane.
So there's that. Still main deck. With hand traps, I go with the 2-up ratios of the once per turns.
Yeah, because you just want to see all different names, right?
Right. I don't like seeing. You see him enough, but you don't see him too many times.
You'll see the double hand trap is more of a popular thing. Hopefully one day we get cross-out designator.
Right. I'm slowly learning how to do that, but 2 nibs,
Yep. Very good for the locals. No one respects it here.
2 ash,
Yep.
2 bell, and the 3 bailers.
Ooh, yeah, not once per turn. I feel you.
Not once per turn. And then the last hand trap, essentially the best hand trap in the game, I think, is
Completely agree. This is definitely the format for it.
Imperm. Yeah, it will go in and out formats, but right now it's pretty wild with Tri Brigade running around and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
totally.
Valor and Imperm have the same utility, but
Yeah, you hit Karos with this and they kind of just lose.
right. But I did get destroyed by a Tri Brigade player today in top 8. But you know, hey,
It is what it is. That I know who you're talking about. He's pretty good.
good player. And they draw all the outs, you know, you can't really do anything about
Of course.
it. For the spells, let's start off with the essentials. Your AI Island.
Of course.
Little disclaimer, some people just play like 1 or 2 of these, and I don't understand why, because you're not playing without it. So if they get rid of it, you're not playing.
Yeah, so why is there a disparity with running this or not running this?
Because some people believe that it's searchable, and sometimes people have that misconception. If it's searchable, I just run at 1 or 2, and I don't mind, right?
Right.
And to be fair, it's recurable off grave.
Yeah.
So you can banish an IGNISTER monster to reset it, which is great. But there's one big reason why I played at 3, and it's because of AI contact. All right, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I love it at 3 because you're not playing without it. And I love opening it. People think you don't want to open it, you just want to search it. Like, no. you want to bait out their hand traps.
Right.
Because they think that you're searching for the sucker and you need it so bad, but little do they know I have it in hand.
Yeah, you're searching the second one for a different reason.
Exactly. Or I'm trying to bait out their hand traps.
Right.
Because, they think that you need it so bad, but I already have it.
Right.
AI Michu is essentially your searcher, your Rhoda. It's another Rhoda. Sign-in mining, essentially.
Right, yeah, just another sign of mining.
And another sign-in mining.
Yep, and sign of mining.
So,
Very,
you're
very good card.
a bunch of searchers, a bunch of one-card starters is the way this deck wins.
Yeah, this is kind of just like Siberia's version of like Prank Kits a little bit.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But it ends on much more intimidating board, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Tactics, I run it at 2. Surprisingly, it wasn't as...
What was the card count on that today?
I saw it almost every other game, but it wasn't always live.
Oh, okay.
So surprisingly enough, I'm debating if it's great or not, but I'm sure it's good card because I just got it.
I mean,
but,
talents or droplet. I mean, one or the other.
Right. But I did get first place without it last time, so I'm like, hey, what happened? Why am I not doing as well with it? So I got to think about it a little bit.
Right.
Sometimes the best cards don't always interact in the other decks.
Right.
And terraforming, like we were talking about, the field spell is super important in my build. And the card I was talking about, AI Contact.
Yes. So, why don't people run
Boy.
this, and why do you run it?
Why don't people run it? Because they believe it's a brick. I run it because I believe it's not a brick. I believe it's an insane card in the context of my build. I run so many field spells, so many ways to get to it, that this card's almost always live. And the fact that this is searchable, you can get to it, and sometimes you have suboptimal hands where you can't get to your rival right away. This gets you to it.
Right,
It's
it
a
just
draw
refreshes your-
3, bro.
This card says,
Read it and weep.
send back your Ignister that's in hand while you have one on field. Put it on the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
Draw 3 fucking cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And funny enough, every time I activate this, they have to reread it like 3 times. Like, draw 3? Because their initial reaction is like, oh, okay, wait, draw 3?
3?
And
Yeah,
I'm
how
like,
many times did you resolve contact today?
4 times today.
Holy, and you probably won every game that you resolved it.
Every time they resolved it, I won. Yes, that is correct. Because drawing 3 is insane. And you
Yeah.
really can't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's any deck that where you draw 3 where you don't win.
You draw into your hand traps, you draw into your extenders, you draw into any other cards that you may need for your follow-up turn. And guess what? You can get it back with Doyon, so you can do it again.
Oh yeah, if that had to be stated or not, yes, you can recur it.
Right. More one-ofs, AI Reborn. A lot of people run it at 2 or 3. I run it at 1 because it is searchable.
And it's a quick play too, so it's very nice.
And it's a quick play.
as an interruption piece.
Yes. And it has a little graveyard effect where you can banish during battle and recur a spell from your grave.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Monster Reborn.
Of course, why not?
Another weird tech that I should say is not a tech, because if you're running this, why aren't you running this? This
Right.
is a better AI Reborn.
Yeah,
you know?
one's just searchable and one's not, but one's
right.
omni.
And this should go without saying, but Monster Reborn can get one of your opponent's monsters.
Right.
What if they have a crazy ass monster in their grave that you want to bring out? Kind of a last resort type of thing. Called by, you want to let your plays go through. Cosmic. I like having at least one backer removal in.
Yeah. So why 1 and not like more than 1?
It's simply a space call.
Fair enough.
Just not having enough space. That may change. It's a flex spot.
Fair enough.
If you can live with not having back removal in your main deck, then you don't need to have it in your main.
Right.
So there's that. We're doing extra deck.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the Link Spider.
Yep.
Just to out your nib token.
Yeah, that makes sense. Continue.
Yep, nib token. Your field spell searcher, the infant.
That's what does this do? It just searches the field spell.
On summon, search your field spell. Second effect. It's essential to your Templar combo because he will move his own and turn into a divine.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can name any attribute, he changes to it, and then he moves.
Right, that's how you get the extra
Right.
attribute.
He moves his own, then you can special on the other 3. I run 3 of them because there are games where you get stopped on one of them, and then you may need them later on in the game. And Link ones are always vital in this deck.
I agree.
Because, again, like a little thing I didn't say earlier about the field spell, I didn't get to explain. You need your main monster zone empty so you can keep doing it.
Right.
You keep specialing from your hand. Update Jammer won me a bunch of games today.
That card's fucking insane.
Again, like it made my access code have 2 attacks with 8,300. So
Yeah, there's about no way of getting around it, and you have so many links that you can just cycle through and destroy anything.
right. And little thing I didn't explain earlier, I had Pot of Avarice on the deck, which I may put back because it helps you restart your plays and draw you 2. And Pot of Avarice is so free. So a little disclaimer, if you want to add that in, it's a good tech card for this deck. Security, similar reasons to Link Spider. It outs your nib token and it outs your nib monster that you may have because you need that main monster zone empty.
Right, yeah. These are all kind of just space fillers.
Space fillers and tech cards. And it also has a bounce effect too if you can link it. Link it.
Yeah, if they're called linked.
Cyber's Wicked, it's essential to your combo because it searches your green, your tuner.
Yeah, kind of wish I saw this more often.
Yeah,
It's a sadly underutilized card.
yeah, it's a good card, and something about it can't be disrupted by battle or card effects. Your whatever's cooling to it.
Yes.
Splash Mage, any Cyber's deck,
yeah.
you're gonna run it right.
Fucking broken.
It just gets you to your transcode, gets you to your access code. Fire Phoenix, rarely used, but every once in a while you'd be surprised how many times I bring him out because he has a burn effect on damage step, so it burns you for 23 regardless of what you're destroying.
Right. So if you, on time, it's pretty nice.
In time, it actually goes for game every once in a blue moon. Be surprised. Transcode, any Cyber's deck, you're running it because it brings back any Cyber's link.
Yes.
So I did bring back the Link 6 Arrival today with this, and then I overlaid into, or not overlaid, I linked into access code with the 6 Arrival.
Jesus.
Templar. He is your unfortunate choke point, and he is your extender in the end. He brings out all different attributes, and he moves your infant over to the side and brings out your Arrival.
Which is how you're able to do the Arrival summon, right? So if this gets like stopped.
Yeah, unfortunately. But there is a way to get him back out with AI Reborn.
Right, totally, yeah. It's not like you're out of the water there.
No. And an access code.
There's no words for this card.
Yeah.
This card's literally the winner for this deck other than the Arrival.
It is. Yeah, he's your follow-up play. He's your turn 2 play to go for game. If you can't beat him down with the Arrival, you go for this. And again, you can go with him. If you can't end on Arrival, you go with him with Gachiri, and he's a ticking time bomb for game or turn 3. Arrival, the big boss man.
Oh.
The reason why I play this deck, honestly, because I love Marincess, but this deck just does it better.
Yes,
So-
this is just better Marincess.
Just better Marincess, a less fragile Marincess. So you got to pick and choose the way you want to play with him. Do you want to make him 4, 5, or 6K, or with the Cyber's Quantum?
Yeah, for anyone left out of the dark, what does the Arrival do?
So he becomes he's a Link 6. You use different attributes, and however many monsters you use for him, it becomes 1,000 each for attack. So, and he also has once per turn pop on your turn,
Right.
and gives you a token.
And on top of that, isn't this man also unaffected by monster effects?
And on top of that, he is 8 towers. He's unaffected by all card effects, even
yeah.
Mario card.
Yes.
All card effects.
So, unless you're drawing your Kaiju, you're just auto-scooping to this deck.
Right. He did get Kaiju today, and I still won, which is pretty nice. I like losing that way or winning that way because I want to learn that I can win without him.
Right, yeah. This deck this isn't the only thing that the deck does, but like, it's pretty hard to out this monster.
It is, unless you're Kaijuing him.
Yeah.
Or Boros or Avramax. But that's why this
Doubt
guy's
it.
here.
Yes.
That's why this guy here is a little sidekick for Arrival. He you bring him out with Bururu and
Right, yeah, they're tuners as well.
The light, the tuner. So you essentially make him a sidekick with him, and they have to attack him first, and it's a damage step bounce on attack.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to bring him out with Arrival, just to have like a little insurance policy.
Not bad.
This guy, you don't bring him out very much, but he is your light searcher to reveal off AI Michu.
Oh, of course. Yeah, to get your automatic side mining.
Yeah, to reveal him.
Very, very good.
Now we'll move on to side deck.
Cool.
Which the side deck honestly is what puts more work for me. to be
Right,
honest.
yeah.
Red Reboot, just at a stop back row.
Yeah. Did you activate Reboot today at all?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, I can't say I did because, but I had this in for the revolts for the back row decks that.
Totally agree. Yeah, that's why I have Revolt on my side.
Yeah, there you go. And Reboot, this deck can capitalize on it because if you're not stopping me with back row, I'm gonna go for access code and kill you.
Yep.
So it's good in a deck that can kind of finish you in one turn. Rivalry.
I saw you side this like every game today.
I did. It didn't come into play. Actually, it did come into play, but they cosmicked it or something. But this, during my last Friday locals, when I got first place undefeated, this stopped Tri-Brigade in their tracks.
Very good guard against Tri-Brigade.
Yeah, because they got all different types and
Yep,
stuff.
Beast, Beast 4, and Wing Beast.
So very, very, very good tech card in when you know you're going first. Droll stops me. pretty
Yeah.
hard. I lost pretty hard to it today. It didn't come into play for me at all today, but it's a great card. You should still have it on your side. Dark Ruler,
Very good card.
amazing card. It won me a few games today because, yeah, again, it can capitalize on it. You're gonna blow them up and make your arrival, and then go on next turn. Lightning Storm, yeah, blow up their back rows, whatnot.
Yeah, I think it's pretty standard.
Standard enough, but to be fair, I think the Cosmics and the Twin Twisters may have more viability in this format.
Oh, just because of all the quick plays?
All the quick plays and all the their anti-spell fragrances, Imperial Orders. I'm more worried about that shit now than actual back row.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
You know, Duster for the same reason,
Yep.
and the other two Cosmics in the side deck for the same reason. So stop the anti-spells and the Imperial Orders.
Yep. Very, very good.
And then just 2 tokens.
Makes sense. All right, man. Any changes that you would make up to the main side or extra off the top of your head?
Yeah, absolutely. When I do pick up droplets, those are probably going to be sided in.
Yep. Very, very, very good card.
And then the one of Cosmic in the main deck, you may want to play with that. And then I may want to fit in Avarice again just to help me recur and make my plays. But it's a good deck, man. Like, honestly, this deck can surprise a lot of people. If you play it correctly, you can blow out some people and really surprise them.
It definitely surprised everyone because you top cut today and they didn't. So,
yeah.
MJ,
sure.
Thank you for being here. God, it's been too long since we've had another video. So
Too long. We'll be back.
Yes, hopefully it won't take another 3 months for this one to get up. So
No, it won't. And stay tuned for the frogs. It will be coming.
yes, Frogs Part 2. Stay tuned.
For sure.
Thank you. YG Waddle signing out. Peace.